am going to piggyback off of my previous video that I just did talking about this mature man and this mature woman, okay, and it's official. Um, at the end of the day, it could be an ex-wife, it could be an ex-husband, I don't know. But all I know is I'm feeling in my spirit that there's a mistress. Okay? And I don't know if you the mistress or what, but I know I've been the mistress before. And this is why I'm doing this video right here, is to let you know that there were consequences to my actions, okay? Because I felt like it was okay to deal with somebody else's man. And not once, but a couple of times actually, because I just didn't care. Back then I was so cold and closed. I really didn't care. It was just the fact that I was desperate for love, and anybody who was willing to show it to me, I guess I was willing to take it. And so I took it from a guy that was married, and because we was in a whole connection, his wife is like she felt it. It's like she kind of knew, so she was trying to find out evidence, and it's like we went under her nose several times. She almost caught us, but he went through great lengths to hide me from her, vice versa, hiding her from me. And at the end of the day, God saw it all. So once I finally did call it quits and was like, listen, we can't do this no more. We got to end this, because I don't want one of us to end up losing our life because we want to, stay in lust or pleasure or thrill or whatever we called it. This little get down we had going on. So once I finally did walk away from him, I then had to go through what we would like to call karma. Yeah, I had to go through karma to get my scales balanced again. Yes, because I had to think about it. Did I really want to be? Would that put myself in her shoes? Would I want somebody else out here sleeping with my man? Right? Would I want that? And I'm out here working hard, working on my marriage. You feel me? Putting in that work, trying to make it work, and being the main woman, mature woman, and the whole time, you feel me? Would I want to be that? The whole time you got a whole little fling going on over there, or she got a whole little fling going on. So I had to think about it. Put yourself in that person's shoes. Would you want that to happen to you if that was your husband? If you took vows and you so-called trying to keep your marriage going, or you want to keep it sacred or whatever. Uh, some people don't even marry for sacredness anymore. Some people just marry for stability and security and money, whatever. But that ain't your business. At the end of the day, if they took vows, that's between them. You make sure you're not the problem on the outside of their marriage. If you're on the outside of their covenant, you are the problem. So to save yourself, your dignity, your integrity, your respect, your reputation, all of that, your cool points when it comes to the heavens, I advise you to exit stage left out of this situation and repent. Repent. Okay, until you see something. I ain't saying you got to spend your days repent, but what I'm saying is make sure you go and repent and ask God for forgiveness for doing that, because we're on the road now and we're trying to get back in alignment. But yeah, snake is going to end up swallowing its own tail. So I'm going to say it again. The snake is going to end up swallowing its own tail. The snake will swallow its own tail. So if you're not the one that's on the outside of the marriage, but you know who is, and you probably want to get back at their ass, you probably want to hurt them, you probably want to, make them feel the pain of the raft. It ain't for you to do. Forgive, okay? And give them to God and let God handle it. The snake will swallow its own tail. And so I would have been, in that case, in my old situation, I would have been a snake to swallow my own tail if I wasn't obedient to what God was showing me. So thank God I listened to the dream that I had. My dream was clearly letting me know, baby girl, this ain't going to end well. So if you want to live past this day, I'm going to advise you to listen to what I say. So yeah, don't worry about it. God about to expose. And somebody that manifested of them. So somebody might be out here doing up to no good and messed around and manifested of them. So yeah. I want to court you. So yeah, it's definitely some stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Don't like to hear the truth. Somebody don't like to hear the truth. They can't handle it. But hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's what I'm here for. I'm a truth speaker. I'm a whistleblower. And if you don't like what I'm speaking, is it stage left? You ain't got to receive this message. You don't have to. But if it ran across your For You page, it's probably a warning to you or your situation. Or you might need to just get your popcorn and sit back and watch what God finna do. Because it might not be you that's committing this crime. I don't know, but it's a bad tower that's about to happen. You come out of your mama and back into Mother Earth. Show some respect. And before I exit stage left, I don't know if y'all just heard about that new story about this guy from Birmingham. Unfortunately, he was unalive due to the fact of him being married, but cheating on his wife with a girl way younger than him. And her man came home, caught them, took him out. This was recent, not even a week ago. Retrograde just happened. Everything getting exposed. I just got through talking the other day about what we think we're hiding coming to the light. So ain't nobody getting away with shit. Okay? Not even me. So you can't say you didn't know. You know. I keep seeing money blessings. Somebody need to let me borrow $2. Okay? Send it to my cash out. It's linked in my bio up there in the front. Handle that. Okay. Thank you in advance. But yeah, with that being said, I pray that y'all have a happy outcome. I pray that this ends well, but it's a lot of energy in here. But God is still good no matter what. So regardless of what takes place, just know that God is still good no matter what. Same way with me and my situation. Yes, it was a weight blanket thrown on that situation. But I thank God because the fire was blazing a little too high that the fire was going to take us out. So at the end of the day, God was letting me know because we were too obsessed with each other. So God was letting me know, hey, that obsession going to take y'all out. It's going to burn you out. So even though I had to go through my bad tower, my karma or whatever to balance the scales, to get them back correctly, get everything back right, to clear all that dark gunk from my past so that I can have a fresh slate in life, I had to go through a little tower. But God was still good no matter what. Life gets better after all of that. Once you choose yourself and you know your worth, you know you deserve more than being crumbed, because being a side piece is you're receiving nothing but crumbs of that individual. But when you are the main piece, you receive the whole entire meal of that person. At least you should anyway, if that person is fully dedicated to you. But if they're not, then you need to go ahead and trash them. If they're not taking care of you properly, emotionally, physically, spiritually, being there for you, being committed to this situation, being faithful, all of those good things that's supposed to come with a sacred covenant, then they need to go. Sorry, but not sorry. They need to go. So yeah, you might need to ask God to help create your escape plan away from this situation, or you may need to, I don't know. You apply the energies where they go. I'm out. Okay? I'm done talking about this. I love you. Stay sweet, okay?